guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brie, and in today's video I'm doing my February net worth calc and also recapping my monthly goal to see how I did versus what my goals were for the month of February. So starting, I'm just going to go over the goals that I had set up for February, with number one being a net worth of $480,000. And then number two being lowering our spending rate. Number three, increase our saving rate by 1% and keep practicing a conscious spending mindset. So those were the goals that I had set up for the month of February. Now let's see how we did. I printed my budget recap, and yeah, it's very small, so let me see if I can zoom in so you can see. I'm not sure if, okay, yeah, that's as far I can zoom in, so we're just gonna leave it like that. So last year our monthly living expenses was, by last year I mean February 2025, we spent $6,494.73, and then I was aiming to spend $6,427.88, but we ended up spending slightly more. We spent $6,655.06, or $160.33 over what we spent last year versus how much we spent this year. So if we take $6,655.06 minus $6,494.73, yep, $160.33 is how much we spent more than last year in living expenses. And education for the kids, obviously we spent more because last year my daughter didn't have tutoring, but then this year she has tutoring, so we spent $136.52 more than we did last year. And transportation, we also spent more. Last year we spent $202 in gas. This year we spent $290.22 in gas, transportation, which means we spent $88.22 more than we did last year. And then entertainment and fun money, we actually spent less. We saved a whole bunch over here. Last year we spent $638.18, whereas this year we spent $389.20. So we were 39%. We spent 39% less than what we did last year. So altogether, the total monthly spending plan the total monthly spending amount last year was $7,867.51 is how much we spent last year, and the goal was to spend $7,776.77, but we actually went over. We spent $8,003.60. We went altogether $136.09 over what we had budgeted for compared to last year. So that is kind of the gist of our budget. And because our income went up this year, we actually also ended up saving more than we did last year. Last year we saved $3,111.06, whereas this year we were able to save $3,943.77, including sinking funds and emergency funds and savings challenges. But yeah, so that is the budget recap for the month of February. You can zoom back out, and we're gonna move on to my expense and savings rate tracker. This is new this year. I've never done this in the past. I want to be able to see how our monthly expenses compares to our total net income. I've never done this So this is the first time I'm doing that. Let me actually bring wait, hold on. I can just look into my budget over here. Okay, so our total net income, just want to compare what I have here should be what is over here on my budget planner. So 11,947 and 37 cents. Yep. Okay, perfect. Just going to make sure that the math was correct. Okay, so in February, our total net income was 11,947 and 37 cents. That's how much my our total net income was in February. And then our monthly expenses was $8,003.60, which is 67%. Okay, and then sinking funds was 2,000. Do I want to do? Wait, why was it 3,225 in February? In January? 800. Let's see. I'm curious as to why it was. Was it really 3,200 in January? Ah, okay, it is with the emergency funds. Okay, so it was 3,275. So I need to add the 200 that I put towards emergency funds. So that is 2675. Okay, so 2675 divided by 11,947 and 37 cents. That is 22%. And then the rest, 1,268 and 77 cents. Is about 11%. 11 plus 22 plus 67, 100%. Okay, so this is my expense and savings rate tracker for the month of February. So compared to last month, we actually spent more in terms of, rate, but we were also able to save more, like 1% more, very tiny percent, very small increase in our savings challenge. I'm really happy about the fact that we are consistently saving. It's only been 2 months, 10%, 10 or more percent of our net income, which is great. That's one of my goals for the year, to try to increase our savings rate. Okay, so that is it for my expense and savings rate tracker. Okay, and then next, let's do my monthly net worth calculation. Okay, emergency funds, we currently have Let's go to my spreadsheet. Okay, so in my emergency funds, we have about 56 $5.20 and 91 cents, which is split into two different accounts. We have 20,000 in a certificate deposit account, a CD account, and then the rest is in our high yield savings account. Once I think, I don't know, honestly I don't know. I want to move more from our high yield into into our CD, but I'm kind of nervous. Although the CD is only like a 5 months period, so it's not like it's a CD for like 2 years or anything like that. Okay, and then my HSA, I have 2,000 in the cash, and then the investment is going to be 19,702 and 81 cents. That is my HSA investment amount. And then my Fidelity brokerage, I have 6,123 and 16 cents. And then my Fidelity IRA, the rollover is 164 811 and 26 cents. 164 811 and 26 cents. And then my Roth IRA, the balance at the end of February was 10,129 and 2 cents. 10,129 and 2 cents. And then my Fidelity Solo at the end of February, the balance was 81,969 and 49 cents. 81,969 and 49 cents. And then my work 401k. Oh, this is my work 401k. Okay, let me just 81,969 49. Ooh. Okay, this is the end of this. Let's see if I have more. Should have some. Okay, I have a package. Okay, and then rental investment, I keep it at 170,000. Then the mortgage is 99,023 and 3 cents. That is the balance due. That is the balance on the account at the end of the month. So 170. The equity in my rental is 70,976 and 97 cents. Okay, and then grabbing my solo 401k. This is 64,161 and 32 cents. 64,161 and 32 cents. So adding all this together, $56, $520.91 plus 2,000 plus 19,000, 702.81, 6,123.16, 164, 811, 26, 10, 129.02, 64, 161, 32, 81, 969, 49, and 170. That's about 575, 575, 417 and 97 cents. And if I take out the mortgage, that brings on my net worth to 476, 394 and 94 cents, which means that I am 23,000 away from 500. Although in April it might go down because I have to pay real estate tax, which is going to take 6,000 out of my emergency funds over here. So yeah, so that is my monthly net worth for the month of February. Now let's do my contribution tracker. The contribution tracker is not going to change except I.R.E. So it's going to be 1,760 and then 352 for match. There's no I.R.E. HSA is 300. None of this. So in February, I added $2,412 to my retirement account. These are all pre-tax, and since I'm salaried, it's not going to change. So it's going to be the same. Okay, so in February, I was able to put $2,412 towards my pre-tax account, 401k, the match from my employer, and my HSA. And so you guys know, I max out all these accounts. My HSA gets fully maxed out, and so is my 401k. So that is it for my contribution tracker. Now let's move on to my contribution and gain trackers. So in February, I was able to add $2,412 towards my oh, I wonder if I should do the Networth Tracker first because I need the gain. Yeah, I need the gain. So let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. So February, my asset went from 570 to 575, 417 and 97 cents. And then the mortgage on the investment went down, and we have a net worth of 476, 394 and 94 cents. So I need to subtract January from February to get the total gain that I had in the month of February, which is 4,540 and 67 cents. Okay. So if I take this, that means in February I had a gain of 2,128 and 67 cents. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you go. This is much better. Okay, so 2,128.67 was my gain in February, and compared to January, it's less, but that's okay. That's just how the market works, yeah, with the ups and downs. So 0.45% is the market appreciation that we had in the month of February. So okay, so that is it for my net worth CAC. Now let's recap the monthly goals. Obviously I was able to meet some of the goals, and obviously I was not able to achieve some. You win some, you lose some, and that's okay. That is the nature of the game. Okay, so net worth, the first goal was net worth of 480. Obviously we didn't get that. We got so recap, we did not achieve 480k. Our net worth for the month of February turned out to be 476k, 4,000 short. And then goal number 2, lower our spending rate. We did not lower our spending rate. As a matter of fact, it actually went up. As a matter of fact, it actually went up. Goal number 3, increase our we were able to save slightly more, but this was due to salary increase, not expense control. Salary increase, not expense control. Okay, and then last, keep practicing. This one we did that. We still kind of, it's no longer a no spend challenge, more like a low buy. Yeah, here we are controlling our purchases, and have not really indulged in impulse shopping. Okay, that's it. That's the video for today, you guys. So as you can see, we were only able to do I don't know, 1.5. I'm saying half because increase the savings. We did not increase the savings because we lower our spending rate. We increase our savings because we did get a salary increase, and it's reflecting in our bottom line. But the main goal is to be able to increase our saving from lowering our spending compared to last year, and it's very difficult, especially when you have cost of living that keeps increasing, you know, for things like groceries or gas or utility bills, especially utility bills. No matter how hard I try to control it, it's very uncontrollable. There's only so much you could do, and I don't want my house to be like to feel very uncomfortable for the kids. So we do turn off our heat at night, and then during the day we keep it at 69. But the utility rates are going up, so it's very hard to kind of, you know, lower or at least keep the increase very reasonable, so it's not like a lot. But yeah, so I think no matter, you know, with all things considered, we actually did pretty good. We are controlling our expenses, we are saving, and it is, you know, I'm always grateful for that, for the savings that we are able to put aside. But yeah, but that doesn't mean we cannot do more. We can always do better, you know, and keep saving more. And so yeah, that concludes this video for today, you guys. Thank you so much for always taking the time out of your day to come hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, leave a comment below, subscribe if you like what you see on my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye and happy savings.